Spritzes! Are they good? Are they good for you? Are they good for the world? Yes, I think is categorically the answer to all those things. I'm a recent convert to the Spritz as a category of cocktail. I'm not was never an Aperol or a Campari Spritz person. I can do them. I'm not against it. I'm not an adversary to the Spritz category, but it's never been my bag until I had this. This is a Lambrusco Spritz. Let's get into the history. There's not any. There's been recipes knocking around on the internet about it. The New York Times cooking channel just did one, and that's how I saw it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I saw it before. That's how I found it. It's delicious. It's rather easy to make, and it brings in some of my favorite things. So this is gonna be a Dry Lambrusco, Italian. An Amaro, Italian. Topo Chico Seltzer, and grapefruit juice. It's fresh grapefruit juice. I squeezed it. Not from this one. This one's fine. But this one is dead, and I squeezed it. And then you're gonna mix them all in a glass, and then you're gonna have olives as a garnish. What a treat! This is, I think, a brilliant cocktail for summer, for entertaining, because you can buy a bottle of Lambrusco and a bottle of a nice Amaro like Ramazzotti for relatively cheap, and then you can use the whole thing in a night, which is like ideal. Have 4 people over, make 2 of these a piece, and you're chilling. Beer's nice. Let's get into it. Ice into your glass. You just get to build this in the glass, which is also really nice about this. I'm gonna start with Amaro Ramazzotti. Amaro Ramazzotti is a classic Italian Amaro. It's been around since the early 19th century. And the family's been making it the same way ever since then. And it's pretty middle of the road for bitterness and for sweetness, so it makes it really nice for cocktails. We're gonna do 1.5 ounces of Amaro Ramazzotti. Yeehaw. It also is one of the bottles that comes with like a built-in pourer, so you never glug it out. It pours very moderately, which is lovely when you've had a couple. And I don't know if you can tell, but I have. And then we're gonna do Lambrusco. Lambrusco is a wine grape that grows in Italy, mostly in Emilia-Romagna. It also grows a little bit in the Lombardy region, and it's naturally carbonated. And so it comes with a cork, and I'm gonna show you, you wanna twist the bottle, not the cork. So the hand that's holding the cork stays still, and you twist the bottle and pull it off of the cork. And then look at that lovely pop, and you won't have any escaping from there. You just have a little bit of steam, which is nice. And we're gonna do 3 ounces of this lovely, sparkling, dry, red wine. You can eyeball this if you want. I think this drink is really, really good at the proportions that are prescribed. So I'm always gonna jigger it, but you can just pour if you want to. If you're living loose, you can pour it. And then the recipe calls for 1 ounce of seltzer. I'm gonna do 1.5 ounces because I like it a little frizzy. And then 1/2 ounce of fresh grapefruit juice. And that's that. And it's really simple. And then you'll have a garnish of some Castelvetrano olives. You want to get Castelvetranos, not regular green olives, because Castelvetranos have like sort of a dry butteriness to them and less of like a salty brine. And they're gonna lend themselves to this. And you can just give it a little stir with that, and then a little grapefruit wedge. And there's your Lambrusco Spritz. Boy, howdy. I'm a little bit nervous to chug it because it's a lot of bubbles, so I might do a burp, which is rare for this channel. A lot of foam in there. Brain freeze. I don't do burps often, but I might do a burp when we chug this. But genuinely, this drink is like several of my favorite things. Before we filmed this episode, cameraman Peter was like, "You've made this like 8 times in the last couple weeks," and I have. Here we go, toast time. Before we chug this Lambrusco Spritz, I want to shout out pickles. All things pickled. I'm a big pickles guy. I make some of my own pickles, and I love them. And people that don't like pickles, that's fine. I'm not gonna tell you you're dumb or nothing, but I just don't know how you find joy. Pickles are full of joy. They're perfect on everything. Pickled onions, pickled radishes, obviously pickled cucumbers. Olives can be pickled and they're delicious. Pickled carrots are really good. You know, pickles. We love them. I love them. They love me back, and so don't really care what you think. Toast to pickles. Here we go, Lambrusco Spritz. Give a little tap for the bar, and oh well, go. All right. That's so good. I burped. It did happen. Beer got a little wet, and I don't like this scarf very much. Wow, that was really good. Get a little fresh fruit. Get a little olive. I didn't get the pre-pitted olives, so got two around the pit, which is less than I do. Oh, well, that pit's for the floor. Don't worry, I'm gonna eat those. They're not gonna get wasted because you should never waste your garnishes. So, thanks for watching. Definitely make that. Absolutely delicious, and not something that I think most people will have had before. I certainly hadn't had it before I saw it last week. So, cheers to you. As always, you remain the best and unparalleled in your excellence. And cheers to Lambrusco, and to Spritzes, and to summertime. So, yeah, stay drinking. Almost forgot to flip. That would have been a crime. Oh, God. And the summertime. You know what else I think I'm growing to as I've gotten older. I'm growing, but besides like obviously wine and like certain things that you I think acquire, is grapefruit. Grapefruit, it's the best LaCroix. It's the best White Claw.
You know what's better than grapefruit? Pamplemousse.
Well, excuse me. Everything French is better than the English version. If you just say it in French, it's better. Yeah.